Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. Hope everybody is ready for another day in Azeroth. And thank you guys so much for being here. It looks like we have someone behind us here. I wonder what the odds are this person is going to attack me as soon as I leave town. What are the odds they stop right in my camera frame? Maybe I'm just being paranoid. I don't know, but they did kind of position themselves right in my camera frame. And I think that's a little bit suspect. Of all the places they could stop their character, why right there? I don't trust it. That being said, we're going to attempt to do the pirate stuff down in the pirate cove today. Yeah, the goblins don't like people causing a fuss, that's true, but eventually I'm gonna leave town. We had a lot of PvP here at the end of the day yesterday. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's mount up and let's get going. We need to turn on track minerals. Inventory is actually pretty good. We have plenty of Morning Glory Dew. We got buff food. We should be ready. Now, if I remember correctly, there's actually a cave I have to find. I think the cave entrance is like just right up against the coast. How was my last night's pasta cake? It was great. I enjoyed it. That's Amy's opinion on last night's pasta cake. Now the question is, how many horde are we going to run into down here? This quest takes a long time. It's a 40 enemy kill quest, and we're going to kill many more than 40. And then we need 20 hats. We're looking for an item inside of a building, and then we're also looking for a named guy, and then we're also looking for 4 pieces of a map that begins a quest. So yeah, like the probability of running into horde here is pretty good just because we're going to be here for a long time. Look at that. Pirate Footlocker. This is what's going to have the map fragments. Or not, or it'll have a ship schedule, which begins an entirely different quest. And I don't think I usually get this one. Oh, look at that, our add-ons are working today. Ooh, you know what I didn't do, though? I'm actually surprised everything's working because I didn't check for updates. And I know I have some updates. Here we go. Leatrix Maps, Leatrix Plus. Okay, so not too many updates. This scroll contains the schedules of shipments between Steamwheel Port and Booty Bay. Both past and future shipments are included along with ship names with a large X next to some ships. Journeys and annotations like great loot and hard fight next to others. Someone at Steamwheel Port would want to see this document. Alright, so let's reload really fast. This area was terrifying on hardcore. Yeah, that's true. Basically every area like Stranglethorn and after is pretty terrifying. There really aren't a lot of like safe feeling quests north of level 30. I'm still not ready to think about hardcore again. I am still not ready to play this game on hardcore again, and I'm just like... I'm hoping that whatever they announce, if they announce anything for Classic Era, I'm just hoping that it's anything except hardcore. Because I'm not ready. I'm not ready to give up the permanency that I found on this character in particular. If they do something in November, this character should be 60 by then for sure, but then I'll be neck deep leveling the rogue. And I'll probably be really like heavily invested in the rogue by then. Do I think we'll have a new hardcore? Unfortunately, I do. Yeah. Because realistically, like, for the 20th anniversary, they haven't mentioned anything about Classic yet. They haven't mentioned anything for Classic. And we had, like, rumors that something for Classic was planned for November. You know, we know what it's not. It's not, like... It's not going to be anything super huge if it's going to happen soon. And the only thing that really meets the criteria for, like, having a lot of hype but being something they can implement with low effort is hardcore. There's really nothing else they can do for Classic that's really low effort, but would generate a lot of hype and make a lot of people happy. A hardcore fresh start is really like the most efficient thing they can do. If they're going to do anything for Classic at all for the 20th anniversary. TBC hardcore would be amazing, but remember when I said lowest minimum effort? That's the problem, is like anything else besides just firing up a fresh start hardcore server like the ones that currently exist, anything else besides that is going to require actual work. It's going to require actual testing. And so, like, yeah, I would be really happy if that's how I get to do TBC again. If it's a TBC hardcore, that'd be amazing. But again, that would require work and testing, which means it would cost money. Money that it would not be able to show that it could recoup. And so that's why it won't be that. And that's why it won't be like any number of more interesting things. Like a progression server or TBC and Wrath era servers. It's going to be a vanilla hardcore server, fresh start. Because that's the easiest lift that gets them the maximum results. I think TBC hardcore would be fine. I think by the time you get to Wrath, classes are markedly more powerful than they were. Like, there is a power increase in TBC, but not nearly as much as by the time you get to Wrath of the Lich King. And even in Wrath, like, you can get killed, because what happens is, like, when your character has more power, there's this inverse effect where no matter how careful you're being, you become less careful because of the awareness that your character is more powerful. So you just end up getting yourself into different situations based on your own assessment of how strong your character is. So, like, hardcore could be valid in any version. Heck, I die more in retail while I'm leveling up than I die in any other version of the game, just because of the weird scaling issues that happens between, like, certain levels and certain gear. So, like, hardcore could be valid anywhere. Because you just tend to adjust, like, what you do to what your perceived capabilities are. You don't get the appeal of fresh hardcore. It's just that, you know, everybody is starting at 1. It's been a thing with WoW forever. People love a fresh start. People love a chance to start again. People love knowing that no one else right now is way ahead of them. People have this weird, like, thing that happens where, like, when a server's been around for a while, a lot of things happen. The first thing that happens is that the economy gets really inflated. The second thing that happens is that you get stuff like boosting, you get stuff like GDKP groups going out instead of traditional groups, and, like, the way the game is played becomes a lot different on a server that's been around for a long time, even on a hardcore server where a lot of people do hit 60, where the economy has been around for a very long time. So there's always going to be an appeal of a fresh start because it's a clean slate for everything. It's a clean slate for player numbers, it's a clean slate for the economy. Like, that's why people are so drawn to a fresh start. I'm gonna leave this guy alone. I'm gonna go with live and let live for this morning, because he's a shaman, which means he can crit me 3 times and I'm gonna be dead. He knows that. I know that. The other thing is, if I throw down with him right now, we are not gonna get this done. We have an undead mage here and a troll shaman. So, like, if they don't want to PvP me, I would be really lucky to be able to work on this quest for a bit. But we'll see what happens. There are 2 of them now, so the likelihood of them leaving me alone is much less. Because now they can kind of dominate the area if they choose to go that route. Yeah, hope for mercy to get this one done, exactly. I'm gonna try to, like, avoid them a little bit, just so I'm not constantly on their radar. And we'll just hope that we can carve out a little bit of this quest before we get ganked. Hide and seek questing? Yeah, hide and seek. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay, like, out of wherever they are. I don't want them to see me, because the less they see me, the less they think about me. And the less they think about me, the less they think about coming and ganking me. So, but I'm not sure if they're still over there or not. Maybe. They could be inside the house. That might be the house where we need the item out of. Yeah, I think it is. And if we see them come out of that house, we should go investigate. Maybe we can snag the item before everything respawns. We'll just have to be careful about it. I really don't know how we're going to get Andre without some help. So we have to kind of cross our fingers and maybe some other alliance come through here. Because I think he's part of at least, he's a 4-pull, I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least 4 of them. We could try to like kite him and like hope the others leash, but when you're putting damage on one mob and they're all connected, a lot of times none of them leash. Or they just take way too long to leash. The swashbucklers have a disarm. It's gross. Very gross. Oh dear God. Looks like they're gonna ignore us. We are subsisting completely off the mercy of others, which I am extremely uncomfortable with. So far, yeah, the only reason we're able to even be here is because other people are being merciful. We can't really count on that to last forever. they have one of these daze abilities that reduces stamina by 9. It's very annoying. It doesn't seem to actually daze us as far as like movement speed impairment, so that's good. Like, the question is, are you really a pirate if you're just a dock worker? Like, I get that he's working the docks for the pirates, but does that necessarily make him a pirate? I feel like it doesn't. I feel like now we're just murdering the hired labor. We're indiscriminately killing the hired help. Like, these guys might have been contracted out from a union. And we're just killing them. Because the only job they can get was to work at a pirate dock. You know, sometimes that's how life is. It makes him an accomplice to piracy, not necessarily. You're assuming knowledge. You're assuming that he necessarily knows these are a band of pirates. I think if you're just a dock worker, then like you're not going out, you're not pillaging, you're not raiding, you're not firing the cannons. I don't think it makes you necessarily deserving of being murdered in the midst of doing your day job. You know, maybe there's some criminality involved. But not enough to make me feel good about killing them necessarily. Especially as a paladin. Well, we're gonna have some ads. Okay, only one ad. That could have been a lot worse. It's the worst feeling when you do your Hammer of Wrath as an execute as they're running away and then it misses or they resist it. It sucks, because then if that misses, you know for sure they're gonna get help. We're out of mana. I want to save my mana potions. So we might not be back in town for a while. So I'm gonna pop a healing pot instead. Okay, we got more problems. That's good. We can at least get Seal of Righteousness going. Stun this guy for a second to stop some incoming damage. Alright, now we need a minute to drink. Alright, that's all the dock workers that we need. We need a couple of pirates, just generic pirates, and a handful of freebooters. This troll shaman is definitely still hanging out. Everything over here is starting to respawn. We picked up another pirate footlocker. That has the captain's key. I don't think I've ever looted the captain's key. The only thing I'm used to getting out of the chest is map fragments. So far we found an item that starts a different quest, and we have now found a captain's key. Do we use the captain's key somewhere on the boat? This one had another copy of the ship schedule, which we can't pick up again. So I guess we have to drop this. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing back there. It looks like maybe he's crafting. It looks like he's making about 200 bandages. That's what it looks like. Or he's playing rock, paper, scissors with a ghost that we can't see. One of those two things. This guy has left us alone, so I'm gonna help him out, because otherwise I think he's gonna die. We'll have a little bit less war today and a little bit more cooperation. Though I wonder if we're both after the same item. Yes. Oh, there's multiple. Oh, this is nice because look, we don't have to fight for it. If it came down to only one item, then we might have to throw down. But luckily they thought ahead. They put multiple items here. Next time we come across each other, though, when we're somewhere else, when we're no longer in the Pirate Cove, next time we're gonna have to throw down. We've had our time of cooperation here in the pirate area, but, you know, that can't go on forever. We are opposing factions, we are at war, and so, like, eventually there will be PvP. It's just how it has to be. I knew I was going to aggro that guy. I knew it. Oh, we were so close to not aggroing him. I must have taken like one step too far. I don't have shields right now. I could pop Blessing of Protection. Maybe I don't need to. Oh wait. Why did we lose aggro? This guy was shooting at us. Am I wrong? And then he just stopped shooting at us? I've never seen a mob do that before. Unless he wasn't targeting us. Which I'm pretty sure that he was. Alright, so we're actually done with the kill quest. We completed that a lot more smoothly than I thought we would. We're now looking for the rest of our pirate hats, and then we have to see if there's like any way we think we can tag this guy. I want to try to tag him and then I can just kite him away. I'm gonna see if I have a clear pathway to kind of kite him this way. And if I could kite him far enough, then we can drop the other guys. Yeah, we are gonna need to have quite a runway to run away for this to maybe work. Maybe even all the way back to this camp. And then we have to hope we don't get respawns while we do this. See, I can't think of any other way to get this guy. And he's not an elite, so I'd like to be able to kill him. I could probably kite him this way. Okay, I think this is good. I think we have sufficient runway to see if this is going to be possible or not. If it's not possible, we will probably Divine Protection and we'll run away. Let's get some buff food. Make sure our mana's full. Like, I feel like mobs just don't leash anymore. Like, we used to be able to do these pulls where we could run away and we would keep the guy we were hitting and the other guys would leash. And I feel like that just doesn't happen anymore. And I don't know why. I'd love to know why, because like I'm not gonna fight these guys. I'm gonna keep trying to leash them, and like they have to leash eventually, I think. Maybe they're just not going to. Maybe they're gonna follow us till we're dead. I've never... There we go. I've never seen that before, where they're able to be pulled so far from their spawn point. At least we were able to get it. Like, looking back on it, if I had known that only 3 of them were gonna pull, I probably just would have stood and fought them from the outset. Because I think we could have handled 3 of them if we had planned to do it that way. I thought we were gonna get 4 or 5. But we only got him and the dwarves. Alright, so as far as I know, we're done back here. I don't know where to use the captain's key. We picked up a captain's key. And I have no idea where that goes, what we do with it, etc. We have entered combat. Here we go. And we didn't get any of the map fragments. Like, we didn't get a single map fragment. Which is actually pretty unusual. There's a box in there? There's a box in where? Check by the buildings underneath them. Okay. Underneath the buildings. Like underneath these buildings here, or like underneath the boats? Maybe the ship? Yeah, I don't know. This is not a... Oh, look at that. Oh, it's locked though. I mean, this is a dented footlocker. Can I... It's not for this. Yeah, this does not unlock this chest. So now we have another mystery. Like, what the hell is this? Yeah, maybe on the ship. All right, let's go clear the ship. I'm sure there's not gonna have anything in it. Do I have gold keys? I do have gold keys. Would a gold key open that dented footlocker? Yeah, I do have some gold keys. Let's go try. This item might not be good enough. Skill, it says skill not high enough. Skill not, I bet I need... Oh, I bet I need true silver keys. Oh damn, what are the odds there's like a smithing station or like an anvil around here where I can use an anvil to make these true silver keys? I'd love to know what's in this chest. Do we see like any smithing equipment? Chivo, thank you so much for the 3 months, man. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you being here like every day. Yeah, sadly, I feel like if we had a true silver key, we could probably pop that chest. Oh dear God. But I don't see any smithing equipment. You'd think the dock workers would need smithing equipment of some kind to like repair like parts of the ships. Yeah, Jigstan might be the closest. Yeah, probably. We'll just go to the ship and we'll try to clear the ship and try to see if we can at least use the captain's key. Yeah, she's gone. She's so gone. Oh my God. Oh, she didn't get any help though. I thought for sure she was gonna pull these two back here. son of a biscuit. Oh my dear God. Okay, yeah. I got it. Yeah, we're not fighting 4 of them. Obviously. I don't even know where the other one came from. I know where 2 of them came from. I don't know where the other one came from. Maybe I'm not gonna fight my way to the boat right now. Maybe that's not what I'm gonna do. Maybe we're just gonna skedaddle. Well, I still need pirate hats. Oh man. Yeah, fighting to the boat's gonna be a huge pain. It's going to be an enormous pain because everything back here is at least a 2-pull. There's a 2-pull, a 2-pull, a 2-pull. Everything has 2 mobs. There's like nothing back here that doesn't have 2 mobs. I'm thinking that even if I get onto the ship, what are the odds that I'm going to be able to safely fight my way below at this level? Like, I need to have a couple levels on these guys before I think about going to the ship. We're going to save that for later. One day we will find out what is in the captain's chest, but that day is probably not going to be today. This will be something to come back for. When we're a little bit higher level than these guys, this will be a decent grind spot. So I don't mind coming back later. Footlockers are skill up chest for rogues. So we don't ever have to worry about opening the thing over here then. That's good to know. Yeah, I didn't know that. They're skill up chest for rogues. Cool. Alright, we got, let's see, what do we got? The lower fragment. Same thing with this. Like, I wouldn't mind coming back here in a couple levels and farming these guys for the rest of the fragments. We can get the captain's key, chest. But yeah, we have 3 more parts to go for the map. That's the first one we've gotten so far. We've got an undead priest over here. So we'll see how that works out. I don't have any truce with this guy. We could definitely throw down. Strangely, I'm in combat. Nope, nobody wants to fight today. I'm not going to stand for this pacifist attitude to persist for the entire day. What is this weird lightning that he does? I've seen that before, but I have no idea what the ability is. Shit, that was not... I just misclicked lay on hands. That's a rip and a half. I can't believe I misclicked this. I have this on shift wheel up, and for some reason I keep thinking my mana potions are shift wheel up. Maybe I should flip those around, because that was very costly. That was like the most costly misclick I could ever do. I think their breath meter still goes down a little bit, doesn't it? Or do they have infinite breath as a Forsaken? I thought it went down, it just went down at a much slower pace. He's gonna be mad, it's a long run back. I mean, we were at level with each other. It was a fair fight. Like, I don't know. I don't feel bad. It goes slower, but it does move. Yeah, I mean, I obviously couldn't outlast him underwater, but I might be able to kill him before I die. I already had a truce with the one guy, so I don't want to go around making a truce with every single person on the Horde side. That's kind of against the spirit of Warcraft. I like that we had a situational truce with the shaman. You know, we had a truce, we worked together, we helped each other out a little bit, and then that was it. But I don't expect that to happen with, like, most people. It's also just, it's really hard to resist a fair fight. Like, when I see someone who's about at my level, it's really hard to resist fighting them. Because every time I go up against somebody, I learn something about that class. And I learn something about how I can counter some of the stuff they can do with my class. What do I think about druids in PvP? I have only fought one druid in PvP, and it was back in Stone Talon, and he was healing a rogue, and I killed him pretty easily, but I couldn't kill the rogue. And I haven't played a druid, so from like the player standpoint, I don't know. Yeah, I think we've only been up against the one druid. He tried to mind control me, that's hilarious. What a dummy. Why would he try to mind control me? What are the odds that mind control works? What are the odds that he can actually mind control me? Like, is that something he can do? I mean, I would mind control me and I'd walk me right into this group up here. That's what I would do if I could mind control myself. We're showing in combat with somebody. There we go. Yeah, I can't believe he came back and immediately picked another fight. And the way he chose to open it up was by trying to mind control me. And maybe he's testing the limits of his class too. He might be. But he might want to test them on somebody else, because if I keep seeing him, now I'm gonna kill him again if I see him again. I probably would have let him live, like, had he just been nearby. I don't tend to, like, go after people multiple times. But since he came back and attacked me, if I see him again, now we're gonna throw down again. And it seems like I have a pretty distinct advantage. It's a long spirit run just for a little bit of science. He didn't do any better that time. In fact, that time he did much worse. How's the Pally? Am I still enjoying it? I'm loving it. Yep, we're going to take this character all the way to 60, probably before we do anything else. I thought about, like, in the high level 40s, level 50s, letting her get a little bit of rested XP and starting up the rogue. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that unless we hit, like, a dead end where we're, like, if we completely run out of quest for some reason and all I can do is grind mobs, then maybe I would need her to have rested XP. But yeah, unless we hit some kind of dead end, like, I'm probably just going to stick on this character all the way to 60. And then after that, we're going to level up a rogue. I think we skedaddle. So we got a lot of mobs on us. Got a lot of mobs on us now. But that's fun. Third time's a charm. This guy he loves getting killed. He just wants to get killed over and over and over again. Even when he takes me completely unaware, he still can't kill me. Maybe if he jumped on me right now, he could kill me. This might be the only time. As it is, I need a little bit more mana because I need to get a heal off here. We just need a big old heal. He's taking a bad beat. He's gonna make himself rage quit the game. Like he's gonna keep throwing himself at me until I'm gone, or until he rage quits. Yeah, he should just chill. He should probably chill. And now I'm like, okay, I'm like stuck in combat. Do I have Flash of Light? I have Flash of Light, but it's not really a big heal. And I don't even know like if I have the proper rank out. Yeah, it's just not very impressive. Yeah, I only have a rank 4. That's gonna give me 229 HP. When I'm in a when I'm in a fight and I have to heal, I need more than 220 HP. I basically just stick with my biggest heal. Because like then at least once the heal goes off, I'm gonna get a big chunk of healing. I would have to do Flash of Light like 3 times to equal the healing I'm probably gonna get from a Holy Light. So yeah, I don't really use Flash of Light. Eventually we'll get our last pirate hat and we can get out of here. And we can stop ruining this guy's day. Yeah, like I'm not ganking him. He keeps attacking me and just being bad at it. He's just bad at it. If I was that bad at PvPing on my class, I would not keep attacking another player. That's like how I feel about hunters. Like, I'm not going to keep throwing myself against a hunter because I know that a hunter is going to kill me 99% of the time. We got a middle map fragment. So now we have a lower map, a middle map. I believe we need 2 more pieces. We also got our last pirate hat, so we can get out of here. We don't have to stay here and keep killing this priest all day. As fun as it's been, we can move on. Oh, we got a little bit of lag. A little bit of YouTube lag. Looks like we're coming back. Looks like we're good. Or not. Yeah, guys, be aware YouTube is having some lag. So you might have some buffering while this sorts itself out.
How you doing? Be good. Keep it real. Be good. Have a good one. Keep it real. Be good.
How are you? See you later.
Yeah, it's the bitrate jumping up and down. Typically when it does happen, it resolves itself in a few minutes. This is like, it's not staying red, it's just spiking between being way too high and way too low.
See you around.
This is usually when YouTube wants me to bump my bitrate down to 10,000 kilobits instead of where I have it, which is at 15,000. And so if this keeps up, I'll lower my bitrate a little bit. That was all a pretty big chunk of XP. This guy has an elite quest that we're not going to take. And then I noticed we have a turn-in out here in the middle of the zone, and we also have an available quest. And we might even be able to go over to the west and get the Centaur insect parts from over that way.
Talk to me! Keep it real! What's up? Glad I could help! Hurry back!
That was close. The warriors are pretty tough, man. He got a couple of really big crits on us. Yeah, this lag is still going on. If it keeps up, I'm going to probably have to take a break and maybe even try to power cycle my equipment. Like I don't know if it's on my end or not, but in case it is on my end, I might have to take an action. I don't know. It's probably been like 6 months since I power cycled my modem and router, so maybe it is my fault. Usually this happens for a couple minutes and then it sorts itself out. Like today, it's kind of fluctuating all over the place. Like it'll look good for a couple. Like it looks good right now. We're now it's not good. See, it's all over the place. This quest, I don't really know. I think we're supposed to have some kind of helmet on to like let us see like stuff on the ground. I typically don't do this quest, and I don't know if I will. Unless we can do it without the equipped headpiece. Did I get a PvP rank yet? I don't think so. I don't know. No, I don't have any ranks. I don't even know how. I think like to get ranks I probably need to do PvP in like battlegrounds and stuff. Yeah, I feel like if it was a problem on my end, I would see my latency spike inside of World of Warcraft, you know what I mean? Like, if I was having internet issues on my end, then I would see more latency in WoW. My latency is at 66 ms, and it's not going anywhere. So, like, I could stop the stream and power cycle my stuff, but I don't know if that's going to make any difference. Or if it's just something, if it's something on the YouTube server side, like the ingestion server, which is sometimes what happens. Yeah, it's gonna annoy me though. Like I'm not gonna keep playing with it if it's not gonna sort itself out. Damn, nice. I'm so distracted that like if I hadn't been so distracted, we'd have fucking killed him. I'm so distracted with this internet shit that I just like completely lost focus. I'm gonna give this 5 more minutes, and if it doesn't sort itself out, I'm gonna stop the stream. I don't want to subject you guys to like shitty buffering and like bad video quality and stuff. And if I have to do that, I'll try power cycling my equipment, and maybe I'll try coming back on a bit later. Because yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. I've never seen it be this fucked up for this long. Like I'm doing a speed test. I'm getting like 800 up and 300, or yeah, I'm getting 800 down and 300 up. So like I don't think this can be on my end. Like I really don't think there's any way this is a problem with my connection. I have 800 megabits down, 300 megabits up. Like that's more than